Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get reliable and authentic news that are so crucial to you. I say big thank you to everyone who has been part of this channel and who has taken time to subscribe. And if you are yet to subscribe, I say please click the red subscribe button and also the bell icon. The bell icon will allow you to get notified anytime we publish any news. This is a new development and it's a good step in the right direction. Let's hear the news in detail. Nnamdi Kanu meets UN officials on Tuesday. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has revealed that its leader, Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, will on Tuesday meet with officials of the United Nations in its Geneva, Switzerland office. A press release by the Media and Publicity Secretary of the group, Emma Powerful, stated that contrary to speculations that Kanu would meet the officials during the General Assembly in Washington, it opted that a smaller gathering in Geneva to avoid infiltration by opposition elements. It said, part of the release read, going by the relentless engagement of the international community by our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we, the global family of the indigenous peoples of Biafra, IPOB, considered it imperative to inform the great people of Biafra, friends of Biafra and lovers of freedom, that in keeping with the promise of our leader during his last outing at the EU, he will be leading a delegation to the UN office in Geneva, Switzerland on Tuesday, 18th September 2019. Powerful said the details of the meeting would remain under wraps as previous experience during Kanu's meeting with European Union in Brussels showed that the federal government of Nigeria also sent two diplomats as delegates to spy on them. As usual, details of this meeting will not be subject to public disclosure, as we are well aware of the length the corrupt, fraudulent and election-stealing cabal will go to hamstring and frustrate our efforts. Not many people know that Nigerian ambassador to the EU personally rang Seb Dance, the member of the European Parliament that invited our leader to the EU, to try to bully him into cancelling the event. Anytime we make public a critical diplomatic engagement, Nigerian government has used their considerable wealth and clout of sovereignty to cajole, buy off, bribe, intimidate and threaten their business interests in Africa. Nigeria, it must be said, sent two female diplomats from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to observe our leader's presentation at the European Parliament. Our leader even walked across to these diplomats after the event to thank them for coming. Any Nigerian or agent of Nigeria that wants to know the outcome of the Brussels outing should ask the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. After all, two of their diplomats were there to hear our leader speak. Powerful further stated, for the avoidance of that and possible misrepresentation or interpretation, our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and his team will appear before the great men and women of the world at the UN headquarters in Geneva and not the General Assembly in New York, as been speculated in some quarters. Our demand for the recognition of the rights of Biafrans to self-determination and the need for urgent intervention of the civilized world in order to avert looming catastrophe will continue to gather momentum. We are relentless and will never stop until Biafra is restored. So guys, that's just the latest, and there's that clarification in meeting in Switzerland, Geneva and DC. So can you imagine that this meeting that was held some days back ago in the EU Parliament, the Nigerian government went there too to send their own representatives. But I thought they said these people they are terrorists. And how come? And some people are saying, oh, Nnamdi Kanu just meet three or two people of this European Parliament to just discuss that they just what did they say? They just arranged it that nobody invited him, for that big this thing. Whether it is one person or two people, the most important thing is that um the the EU Parliament at large aware about the meeting with whether the three officials or whatever, but nobody is saying that he didn't go there. Nobody said that it wasn't there wasn't any meeting. But my own greatest surprise now, like Ima Powerful has said, that anybody who wants to get the details of the meeting, that you should go and ask those two diplomats that Nigeria government sent there. But I thought these guys they are terrorists. Why are they just meeting here and there? Does it mean that the whole countries, the whole developed countries don't even know what is happening or what? I don't just get. So is it only in Nigeria that they can be seen as a terrorist group, or they have been proscribed as terrorist group? You can imagine. We know that there's just deceit all over the place. There is just deceit all over the place. The best thing that this government would have just done is to make peace. Let there be peace. Of course, some people will say, "Oh, it is too late," but for them to redeem their pride, because going from here and there, like Ima Powerful has said, if you want to get the details, to some people that are still doubting, that are doubting Thomases, that you can get the information from there, because from the past experience, they are trying to make sure that they keep their information as intact as possible, which is a wise thing to do. So if Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the proscribed group, IPOP, so why are they inviting him here and there? Why are people even giving him audience, whether one or two persons? Because it's happening. This meeting is not happening in Nigeria. If it were to be happening in Nigeria, you can say, oh, maybe the home, this thing did not know what is happening. The home country of those union, as I can remember to put it now. You see, maybe they are not aware of the whole thing, so that is why they, what is it called? That is why they are just trying to arrange to do an arranging. But it's happening in their host country, in their home country. Those people are not just, or those kind of meetings are not just the way we do our things anywhere belle face. No matter what is happening, everybody will be aware. Everything is documented. It's not we that, you can imagine the kind of money they said Nigeria is going to be paying, $9.6 billion, that people came to do business. Some people signed. Up till now, nobody knew who signed what. A whole country like that, nobody knows who signed what. Even if they know, they will be pussyfooty about it. They will want to sweep everything under the carpet. That is what you'll be hearing. So those people are not that kind of the way we run our things. Their country is not that kind of this. No matter what is happening, even in a smaller village, or in a smaller community, or in a smaller town, it will be documented even to the center, to the higher authority in those countries. So people will come and be saying whatever. But the great thing that is surprising, even to everybody, is that for the fact that these guys, they couldn't even allow them to operate in Nigeria. But can you see the way they are operating elsewhere? Like people always say that every or any form of disappointment is a blessing. It's a blessing. Because in my own opinion, if really such thing had not happened in Nigeria, the way they try to do some mago with them or try to proscribe them, in my own opinion, maybe they wouldn't have even had that opportunity to say, okay, let them be going outside the country. Of course, they might be going, but the rate at which they are going now is even, it has escalated, compared to what even everyone, even the government, the way they have seen it. Because it's like, of course, a lot of people said the manner at which they proscribe these guys, that it was even the president or the government even trying to expose them to the larger world. And that is what is happening. That is what is happening. Nobody in the whole world will not know about Nnamdi Kanu. That is it. And when you hear about Nnamdi Kanu, oh, there is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Okay, they say, the next is, hey, don't you know that they've proscribed them? And people will now ask, why? How come? For people that are really objective, they say, okay, what are the activities? Because everybody knows before you could be proscribed, as a terrorist group, they want to see your antecedent, they would want to see what you believe in, they must have seen the atrocities that you have committed. And they will check through all of those things. They will like, why? why then prescribe them? Because they're not just like we that will just be supporting anything. Oh, yeah. Why? It's good for him. It's this and this and that. We will not even think thoroughly. We will not even think through. Even if you don't like somebody, we need to be objective. I see some people just come, this and that. They will just say something without being objective. Forget where you are from, maybe where you came from. It's inconsequential. One thing is that you need to be objective, even if it is somebody close to me. If you do the right thing or do the wrong thing, you need to be told. You need to be told. You say it, respectfully. Just like, when Nnamdi Kanu was talking about, okay, he told people to boycott the election after the judgments, that was given, that they said Buhari won in the tribunal election. And in my own opinion, I don't think that would have even been the best thing, because it would have given them a kind of leverage to even commit more atrocities. But with this one, even for the fact they said, okay, Buhari won at the end of the day, but everybody saw the whole thing, how it went. Everybody saw it. It gave room for people to see the, how will I put it, some abnormalities. I think that's just the best way I can put it for now. Some abnormalities. That is the way I believe. Somebody, oh, you got it wrong. No. That doesn't mean you shouldn't hear your mind. You just hear your mind or your opinion on what you feel. Do you get? So that is just by the way. So these guys are going higher and higher. You just call it, oh, forget them. But if they go, if they look, there they go, if they look there, if they go, if they look there. Now lie. But one thing you cannot say is that, oh, it is RNG, or they are just forming and all of that. And now they know what they are doing. They say they don't even want to be releasing their information, because releasing their information, is giving the Nigerian government an opportunity to be able to spy on them. You can imagine that they are trying all their best to stop the meeting, to cancel the meeting. Ima Powerful has said, the secretary of the media publicity of Nnamdi Kanu has said, if you want to get the fact, these guys are there. He has already mentioned them. You know them. You can get information whether he was there or not. So they need to be more careful. I think that's just the way it is. They need to be more careful. But one thing is that, and the question a lot of people are not even asking, that why is it that this guy has not been arrested? Why is it that he's moving from one country to another? He's not even meeting this time around. He's not even meeting with the Indigbos or the Biafrans or in those states. He's meeting with who is who there. He's meeting with who is who. So any form of disappointment is a blessing. So guys, that is my own opinion. Like on Tuesday, they have said that they are going to meet with the UN officials. Please leave your comments below and tell me what you think about this new developments. Thank you very much. Bye.